Brown of Travel Adventures with Valerie Brown. And today we're doing something a little bit different. We're all quarantined at home one way or another and we can't go out a lot and do a lot of things. So I thought I'd bring you a new game that maybe you want to try. And it's called Harvey Bunco. And it can be played with any number of players. We play in my home about once a month, maybe twice a month sometimes, for between 12 and 15 players. Of course, if we're keeping to quarantine standards, then it needs to be, less than 10? So it'd be 3 tables of 3. But it's a lot of fun to play. And in front of me, we have some things here. We have a book, which is 3 of a kind, we're going to talk about. We have a run, 4 cards of the same suit, and we have 3 jokers. And I'm going to read you some of the rules. And at the end, I'll repeat it again. If you want me to send you a copy of the rules and a copy of the worksheet, I'll do that. Just send me an email to crazyvalbrown2@yahoo.com and I'll send you a copy of each of these so that you can play this game as well. This is a lot like gin rummy. So I'm going to read you some of the rules. Again, books 3 of a kind, same number, any suit, a run, 4 cards in numerical order, same suit. Ace is always after king, never low. We have what's called a pad. If you can lay down all of your cards at the end with no buying. We're going to talk about buying in a minute. That's an extra winning money thing. Harvey is having 3 jokers in your hand at any time, including on the spread in your table. It can be in your hand or on the table. Now there's 7 runs, and we usually play it 2 times. It doesn't take much time to do 1 round, so we do 2 rounds, but they're the same thing each time. To start the play, after the cards are dealt, 1 card from the draw pile is turned up to start the discard pile. If the card is a joker, it remains as is, and then the person to the right of the dealer starts the play. On their turn, each player has a choice to choose a card from the top of either the draw or discard pile. Anytime a card is placed on the discard pile, any player can request to buy the card if the person whose turn it is does not want the card. If the buy is granted by the person whose turn it is, the person buying the card picks up the card from the discard pile plus 2 more, the cost of the buy, from the top of the draw pile. Normal play then resumes with the person to the right of the person who put the card on the discard pile, not the one buying the discard. You may only lay down your cards when you have achieved your goal of that round. The first round is being 2 books, 2 3 of a kind. You may only lay down on your turn. If you happen to lay down the cards that are the goal of that round with no discard, then you call it a pat, and you are the winner of that round. If you have 1 card left after you lay down the goal, you may discard it and be the winner of that round with no pat. If you have more than 1 card left after laying down the goal of that round, you can dispose of them by playing on the other player's hands during normal play. You must have laid down the goal for that round before you can play on the other player's hands. If a player has laid down the goal for the round and their sets contain a joker, you can replace that joker with a proper card and take the joker for your hand. Example, a player has laid down the goal for the round, 1 book and 1 run. Their run is the 10, Jack, and King of Hearts and 1 joker. If you have the Queen of Hearts and have already laid down the goal for the round, you can take the joker from the other player's hand and replace it with the Queen of Hearts. If you have 3 jokers in your hand, the card you are holding and or what you are laying on the table, you have a Harvey. You call Harvey and hold on to it until someone else calls Harvey. The person with the last Harvey at the end of all 7 rounds is part of the prize pool. The first person at each table to dispose of all the cards is a winner at the table. Once all the tables have finished, the winner of each table moves to the next table, and play continues until all 7 rounds twice are completed. And prizes go, we have the most wins, the most pats, again able to win without buying. We use the second biggest loser points, and we do that rather than the biggest loser because you can manipulate the loser points if you really want to win that money. You have Harvey, which turned out, Harvey was originally a consolation prize. But everybody gets really excited about it now. I don't know why, but they really like to win a Harvey at the end. And then we always have a door prize, so it goes from 30% down to 10%. So this game originated in Michigan during the long winter months, and somebody brought it down to Las Vegas. And I started playing it about 10 years ago, brought it into my home, and now we have about 4 different locations here in Las Vegas that also play it at least once a month in their home. It's gotten to be a lot of fun. Everybody really enjoys it. Some families have taken it back to Michigan to get it started again. But it's called Harvey Bunco. It's easy, it's fun. Now we usually do a $10 buy-in, but you don't have to play with money. It's just a fun competitive game. And again, if you're interested in getting a copy of the rules as well as the worksheet, please email me at crazybellbrown2@yahoo.com and I'll be happy to send you the rules and the worksheet. It's a lot of fun. I know this is a different travel adventure, but again, during our quarantine, we've got to think up ways to keep busy. And I'm Valerie Brown of Travel Adventures with Valerie Brown. I also have a blog, www.TAWVB.com. Please watch both, like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate it. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.